Good morning. It is what time? 7:12 a.m. on Monday, September 10th, 2018. I'm Christiana Ellis and I just got up. This is 5 more minutes. I was just thinking about the story of the God of War games because I've been playing through the latest one. I think I've talked about it briefly before, so I don't want to get into it too much except to say that storytelling is dramatic improvement over the last ones. The last ones definitely prized spectacle, and there was interesting things about them. I enjoyed those games. I don't want to say otherwise. Look at me dissembling like somehow this is a high stakes issue. But the new one definitely has an emotional core to it with the relationship between Kratos and his son, Atreus, that is kind of always missing in the other ones. I mean, it was almost a joke in the other games that Kratos is kind of a monster. And in the new one, that's still true, but it's not a joke anymore. It's interesting. It's pretty good. I haven't looked at a walkthrough to get a sense of how far into the game I am, but I'd say probably at least half. Anyway, still enjoying that, even though it's occasionally hard. Like I'm playing on a difficulty level that says good balance, the normal equivalent, and I think that's probably fine. Usually, I find when a fight is giving me a lot of trouble, it's probably either because it's an optional fight that I could come back to later when I am powered up more, or it's a fight that is wanting me to use some technique that I'm not using. And it takes me a little while to figure that out. I slept with my neck funny or something last night because I'm feeling a little stiff in the neck and shoulders today, and that's never a good time. But that's the human body. I don't know what I did though. I mean, I'm not sure. Like, sleeping is weird, right? I mean, I'm sleeping in an uncomfortable position. Like, why last night and not usually? Anyway, I don't know. It's not like my bed was different or anything like that. I don't know. I'm just grumpy because my neck is stiff and. Part of what I was doing while over the weekend too was I decided to rewatch Bojack Horseman in advance of the new series. Excuse me. This is a show that I've enjoyed, although certainly it's occasionally not and a funny sort of enjoyment. If you're not familiar with the show at all, it's a cartoon on Netflix that seems at first like it might be just silly Hollywood parody stuff where a bunch of the people are anthropomorphic animals, and it is that, but it's also a surprisingly nuanced character study of someone who is afflicted with depression and self-loathing and substance abuse issues and all sorts of these things that it really examines in a fairly serious way, and it doesn't, soft sell that stuff. It's really good. I recommend it when you know what you're getting in for. And so there's a new season coming out, so I'm looking forward to that. What else? The improv workshop that I went to on Saturday was focused on narrative, like how to build a complete narrative in your set, and the idea of when you want to have your improv show tell a complete story, how do you make a plan to shape it so that you can complete a story within the allotted time? And it was a lot of focus on like narrative beats, thinking about stories we all know, like fairy tales or famous movies, and thinking about, like, okay, well, so, at what point in the story does the problem surface? At what point in the story do we need to stop introducing new characters and move on? And at what point of the story do we need a climax? And so on. And just thinking about it in that context, and then trying to get a sense of how to incorporate that into a scene. And it was pretty good. Yep. So I need to go ahead and get moving. I'm running a little bit late this morning, so I'm going to let you all go for now, and I will talk to you tomorrow for 5 more minutes.